These Hot Idiots is a podcast featuring our hosts, two full-grown adult men. Together, they watch teen drama and young adult-oriented television shows one episode at a time. These Hot Idiots is a comedy podcast and isn't meant to be taken as real criticism. This podcast uses adult language. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh my god, it's so hot. Oh my god.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back to These Hot Idiots as we continue the Vampire Diaries.
Fucking hot idiot.
These hot idiots. Ashe is currently roasting in 90-degree plus weather.
It's 98.2 in here.
And I am Mega, joining you with a fan on, but I also have athlete's foot, so I'm not exactly having the best time in the world.
Tenactin.
Yes, actually, I do have some Tenactin. I haven't put another spraying on. I'll probably do it after the recording.
I was going to wait until it was going to get colder to record this, but I realized I had a date, and we got to do this early.
Yeah.
So, oh my god, it's so fucking hot.
Oh my god. So, for Season 1, Episode 10 of the Vampire Diaries, The Turning Point.
DNA Turning Point, 2009.
DNA Turning Point, 2009.
Hold on, let me look up the
look up the exactly. I'm about to look up the card.
I think that was a bad one. Let me look.
That was like just before Hulk Hogan joined.
Amazing Red defeated Homicide
For the X Division title.
The ODB won, like,
it was for the Knockouts tag titles and the Knockouts
ODB
championship.
Sarita and Taylor Wilde defeated the Beautiful People.
And freeway tag team match for the Teenage World Tag titles. The British Invasion beat the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money.
Hera defeated Awesome Kong and Six Sides of Steel. Team 3 and Rhino defeated D'Angelo De Niro, Hernandez, and Matt Morgan. That's a fucking random-ass team.
That's a random... That was the thing, like, Hernandez and Matt Morgan were a thing, and
Scott
I don't
Steiner
really know
beat Bobby Lashley.
In a false count anywhere match.
Kurt Angle defeated Desmond Wolfe, and that might have been good. I don't know.
That's good. I went 16 minutes. That had to be good.
AJ Styles defeated Daniels and Samoa Joe. Oh, that's one of the triple threats
That's a really good triple threat that they had. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it might have been pretty good.
It might have been pretty good, but this was also like one of the last few pay-per-views they had before Hogan came in.
Just watch the AJ Styles Daniels Samoa Joe match. A lot of these are fucking free. You can watch like TNA pay-per-views on YouTube.
Yeah, so you can actually look this one up for reference for the people who don't know wrestling.
Yes.
We do genuinely recommend AJ Styles versus Daniels versus Samoa Joe.
After the recap, that includes the exact same fucking scene of Stefan jumping off the roof.
They really love that shot.
And Logan showing up at Jenna's house. We did miss one thing, and like Damon's talking about, oh, why does Logan not show up in the newspaper? Like,
they kind of... Yeah, he killed them, but they played hush hush about it. He's like,
I'm sorry, by the way, for not being a great narrator. I'm so hot.
He's so hot right now.
I don't have any AC.
But like that all leads up to when the Logan Fell shows up at the door and he's trying to get into.
Can you please invite me into your house? No.
I'd like to come in now.
Can I come in your house? Logan's acting all fucking weird.
He's acting real weird.
He's acting like a real pervert compared to
like
newsman Logan. I don't know what his acting notes were besides just get real weird with it.
Act like you're Damon.
Oh, yeah.
Just do what Ian's doing.
Jenna hits him with the door slam. And then Logan just disappointedly walks back to the sidewalk where, like, an old man is taking out the garbage.
And I'm not sure, does he live really... How far away does this man live? He's like right next door? Because it feels like he had to take a long walk to put out his garbage.
I guess he had a driveway. I don't know.
Maybe. Then he runs into, like, this random woman, Daphne... who's like, oh, hey, you're Logan Fell.
You're Logan Fell on the news. I watch you on the news every day. News.
but you haven't been around all that much. And then he just eats her because he's a vampire now.
Yeah, he attacks her with the Vampire Diaries logo.
Yeah. And this is where we realize that actually we've come back into a new run of Vampire Diaries here.
Yeah, except this isn't a diary; it's a sketchbook. Well, it's a diary and a sketchbook.
Yeah, I think. Well, they call it journals, but I feel like we for the
they
sake
keep
of
calling
it,
a journal. That's just like I feel like saying diary will make me sound like I'm gay, so I got to call it a journal. It's a diary. Yes, it's a diary.
He's looking for the Gilbert family diary.
Jonathan Gilbert.
Jeremy is. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy. And he's looking at pictures of monkeys.
Pictures of monkeys, drawings of monkeys. But yes, this means we are now back to having vampires and diaries.
Yeah, we had 2 episodes of that Diaries, but we're back in Diary Town, baby.
Back in it. Hell yeah.
What a stupid thing to keep track of. But it's the show name.
It's the show name. Otherwise, why would you call it the Vampire Diaries and not just don't think about it?
Jenna wants that hot gossip about Stefan leaving town. And Elena's just like, he's leaving town. I don't fucking know. Logan showed up and she's like, Logan? Did you let him in? And she's like, no, I slammed him in the face with the door.
Yeah, I gave him like a medium slam.
Medium door slam, which is the slam speed. Where you slam, have you ever slammed your door too hard and your dad gets mad at you? Or like your mom gets mad at you?
Well, it's like when you swing your door when the windows are open, and because there's less because your windows are open, there's a lot more wind in the or I forget how the science of it works, but
or there's a pressure difference.
There's a pressure difference when the window's open, and there's less pressure, so your door just goes whoosh. It's
I was saying
slam,
that level of door slam where if you slam it too hard, they're gonna yell at you, so you kind of slam it, but not really.
Or you just regular shut it because it's just kind of gonna go.
I hate you too. Click.
It's like you weren't even trying for that. You were just kind of casually swinging, and it's like,
oh, that door closed kind of hard.
Sorry.
We're at Stefan and Damon's house, and Stefan's talking about leaving, and Damon's going where you going, huh?
I'm going with you.
I'm going with you because I have no friends.
I have no friends here. We could be on The Amazing Race. I'd watch that.
2 vampire brothers on The Amazing Race.
I'd watch that. I don't even watch The Amazing Race, but I would watch that.
They get a knock on the front door, and it's the sheriff. I heard my door open, but it didn't open. What the fuck?
Huh.
And she's like, I gotta talk to Damon, because apparently there's another vampire in town. And we got rid of the vampire. I saw you stake him with your weirdly fast hands.
Sorry, stake you, stake her. You staked Vicky. Oh, no, yeah, no, Lexi he staked.
He staked Lexi because everyone forgot her name.
Yeah.
I knew that would happen. I knew they would just be like, that person who showed up. They won't even be like, wow, my friend Lexi got killed. But no.
Yeah, that's right.
That vampire died. The blonde one? Yeah, the blonde one.
But this kind of sets everyone off. It's like, oh shit, wait, there's another vampire?
Stefan's like, hey, wait a minute. Or Stefan's eavesdropping because they go outside to talk about it. And she's talking about this is getting to the point where we might have to go to the public with this and form some kind of raccoon hunting committee.
Right, the public's gonna try and catch this raccoon, Damon. We have to stop this.
We have to stop it. Meanwhile, at the school, there's a career night. Or career...
I think you said career...
Job fair, kind of?
Yeah, career... I think didn't it say career day or something? Or
career day, a job fair. Everyone's recruiting.
Yeah, it was at a job fair.
Are you interested in road maintenance? Come here. Why does no one come here? Then
road maintenance is important, goddammit.
Join the military.
Yeah.
Don't join the military.
Don't do it, guys.
But you know,
Very
just
much.
there's always that army guy like, hey, are you interested in defending the United States of America?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's big
I
career
mean-
night. They're putting up signs. Caroline's talking to someone, I think Matt,
Yeah, talking
about
about
TV shows.
they watched TV, I think, like last night together or
They
something.
watched TV last night together, and she mentioned that she had to sit through Family Guy to get to the show she wanted to watch.
and Matt owes her. And let's be honest, 2009 Family Guy. Oh yeah, he owes her.
Holy crap, Lois! It's Matt from The Vampire Diary.
God, I don't even know any of these fucking episodes.
I don't
Oh, God, no wait, it's 2010. That's not yet.
know.
Oh God, the fucking Not All Dogs Go to Heaven, where it's like they sold you on like the TNG cast, and then it became just like the writers talking about organized religion.
Yeah, there's not a lot of good episodes of Family Guy.
Post revival Family Guy is rough.
Bunny starts talking to Elena, telling her that like she's actually really grateful that Stefan was super cool about everything that happened the night before.
And saved her ass from Damon.
Saved her ass from Damon, who could have attacked her. And like, are you really gonna leave Damon? Are you really gonna let Damon leave? And she's just like, I mean, Damon, or Stefan, sorry.
Yeah, Stefan.
Are you really gonna let Stefan leave because you know he saved us and stuff, and he thinks you're dangerous or he's dangerous? I'm sorry, it's hot.
It's fine. It's fine.
I'm trying to narrate, but I can't.
It's tough. Honestly, I just realized I think this is Bonnie's like only scene in the episode.
Yeah, this is the only time Bonnie's here. He's wearing like
Bonnie just kind of fucks off after this.
he's wearing a shirt with like a cardigan and no sleeves.
At this point, we started questioning: is Elena tall or is Bonnie short?
Elena's taller than Jenna. I remember that.
Okay, so maybe Nina Dobrev is just tall.
Maybe she's just kind of tall. I don't know.
I don't think that's anything that we'll be able to
Anyway,
find out.
she thinks that Elena should fight harder to keep Stefan around. And she's just kind of like, I mean, he said he didn't want anything to do with me. And if he's going to leave, fuck it. Then we go back to Damon and Stefan's house. And Stefan immediately threatens Damon over the fact that, like, a vampire killed someone. And he thinks that Damon's off the killing people wagon again.
He thinks he's gone back to the killing, and Damon's like, nah, man, it's not me. I'm gonna find out who it is, though.
Yeah, and then Stefan's like, we can't leave until we figure out who the vampire's in. It's like, and there we go.
All right, well, you're staying again.
Well, guess looks like we're staying. And then at the school, when they head outside, it's just Stefan's there. And it's just like, he's back.
There we go. It's just, we're not even 10 minutes in, and we got back to Stefan and Elena talking.
We are playing ping pong, folks, and Stefan is on the rebound.
It was on the rebound.
Then we get like weird exposition with Matt and Tyler playing basketball.
Yeah, because Tyler's thinking like,
he thinks
man,
Matt's gonna be whipped, pretty much, by
he's gonna be whipped.
being with Caroline.
Yeah, there's like, oh, sorry, we were late. We're like, I was like, we can't make it, or we don't like the color red. That they're gonna become we people, and it's just like, you know, God forbid that
that two people in a
agrees with
relationship like decide on things together.
Yeah, or share any sort of opinion. What if Matt doesn't like the color red?
Maybe Matt doesn't like red. Fuck it.
And Caroline agrees with that assessment. We don't know.
What if yellow's a stupid dress color?
What if?
Callback.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's back at the house and he's still reading Jonathan Gilbert's like book thingy. And he's
Looking
like,
over
man,
all
he's
sketches.
got some crazy shit in here. He's talking about like ghosts, vampires, some other like monkeys. And Jenna's like, yeah, because he's a drunk. And
Well,
everyone.
I think it was like she said he was a writer.
Oh, he was a writer and also drunk and crazy, like all the other Gilberts.
Like all the other Gilberts. Yeah, I think it was like she said, oh yeah, he wrote ghost stories, horror fiction. And
Yeah.
Jeremy's like, I thought it was because he was a lunatic and a drunk, but it's like,
Yes.
that doesn't like, those aren't mutually exclusive.
He can be both.
It can
Por
be
qué los
both.
dos?
Okay, no, that's those.
Caroline has been pretty much compelled by Damon to hold this stupid ass Gilbert family compass outside a warehouse by the school. And she's like, why do I have to like hold this stupid ass compass? And he's like, so we could track where the vampire is. Duh. Then why can't you do it? Because the fucking compass would just point at me, Caroline. I'm a vampire.
It points magnetic vampire.
It points magnetically to me, vampire.
I need a human. Yeah, but why would? Wait, but wouldn't they just be pointing at you even if I was holding it?
Shut up.
Get out.
Get out. Go home.
and then Carolyn leaves.
Caroline's just like, I'm going home. Then Damon goes into this building and gets shot multiple times.
Gets shot, just 3 shots fired right at him. 3 or 4 shots fired at him. And we're just like, oh fuck.
Oh shit, oh fuck.
And it turns out it's Logan armed with his wooden bullets that are apparently a thing that can happen.
Yeah, shot him with his wooden bullets, and he's on the floor and he's bleeding, and just like, Logan's just like, you know what's weird? I remember you jumping me, but then I woke up behind a fucking used car dealership.
I was buried behind a used car dealership.
I went home, and I couldn't go in my own house because I have to be invited.
It's like, and this is the fucking weird one. Because it's like, you have to be, vampires have to be invited into a house. But Logan says he lives alone, so wouldn't he, like, own the house and therefore not need to be invited? It's his house, right?
Well, that gets into some weird things about, like, vampire property rights. Like, if you're renting, if you're renting out to a vampire, then I can understand, like, having someone invite you in. But I assumed that Logan Fell made a decent chunk of change and that he owned his own flat or his own house.
Hey, like fucking Spoons is a fairly like small kind of closely knit community place. I don't imagine like that there's like a big old like that there's a lot of money in property in
Well,
Spoons.
there's old money. There's like the fucking big mayor's house.
Yeah, he's also part of that old money.
No, you're saying
the Fells were one of the founders.
Yeah, he's one of the fucking founders. So like, you own your house.
Like, do you not own the property, or do you have to actually call your landlord and tell them you can go into your house?
Hey, I know I'm calling you at a weird time, but can you please just utter the sentence, you can go inside your own house, Logan?
Okay.
You can go in your house. Thank
Logan.
you.
Thank you.
Click. I don't know. Like, now I'm starting to think about a scenario where, like, let's say you're a landowner and someone erects a house around you and you're a vampire. Do you have to be invited into that house that was built around you in? If it's
homeland?
Around your homeland?
I don't know.
Who
wouldn't
needs
they need to buy the land from you?
Do they have to be invited in general, or does the owner of the property have to invite them in? Because, like, does that mean that Logan could just get a drunk guy and just go, hey, invite me into my house?
Right.
Come into your house. All right, here's some booze. Get the fuck out.
Go on. Yeah.
But I'm just so confused by that.
It's so weird. Like, how does this happen?
Logan mentions that, like, Another thing, including not being invited to my own house, I just love killing people, man.
He's like, now I'm staying in Ramada watching pay-per-view, and housekeepers keep disappearing into my belly.
I keep eating. Like, look, there's a body pile over there, and then the camera cuts to the body pile, just in the corner.
I just love killing and eating people.
And for some reason, I don't know why I keep wanting to do it. Then we cut back to Jeremy and Tyler meet up at the career fair, and they're like, fuck you, fuck you.
And then Jeremy sees that Tyler's made a nice drawing
Of Spider-Man.
of Spider-Man, I guess. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be a drawing of.
I think it's a werewolf.
I could be a werewolf.
Because it's that... They are writing with the subtlety of a hammer. So...
Right? Even if we didn't have the foreknowledge we have of the show, I feel like they're definitely hinting at hard that Tyler's a werewolf.
I think Tyler might be a werewolf because they keep showing him doing werewolf things.
And associating him with weird werewolf imagery.
Yes, so he's like, oh, that's a pretty sick fucking drawing. Then we cut back. Then we cut back to Logan and Damon in the Logan Fell warehouse, according to the police chief.
Yeah, I think we have a few other things before we figure out that this is the Fell warehouse.
Yeah, I know. It's just a weird thing.
No, wait. I didn't find that out until much later. Sorry. Yeah, this is the Fell warehouse. So it's a warehouse, I guess.
Matt and Elena talk about how Matt wanted to go to space. Sorry,
yes.
I jumped ahead.
Well, because I think it's an argument between
they're arguing over,
Logan.
like, are you really over Stefan, Elena?
Huh.
Sorry, it's cutting back and forth between these.
Oh, yeah. So you're right.
Caroline kind of peeks her head in and then leaves. Stefan just shows up in the same door frame that Caroline was in, and they stare at each other. And then Logan's like, why am I so emotional right now? Like, I keep thinking about my ex, and I keep thinking about, like, killing people and inviting Jenna over to kill her. And then fucking Damon utters the line that, like, being a vampire increases your emotions.
God, it would suck to be a vampire.
You're just constantly like a bipolar guy without his lithium. Just like, I can't control my brain. I keep having angst. I can't control all this angst.
You just be screaming in your own head.
And he's like, you gotta get used to it. And then they kind of start arguing about, like, journals. Walking in the... He's asking Damon how he walks in the sun. And Damon keeps asking, like, who the fuck turned you into a vampire?
Who turned you? Who embraced you?
And then they keep asking each other that, like, 3 or 4 fucking times.
And then Logan just shoots Damon
and
a
then
few
Logan
more times.
just shoots him more. And his stupid purple shirt is like blood red, and he's just rolling around. He got shot like 7 or 8 times in the chest.
It's so good. This is an amazing episode.
Fuck you, David. Bang, 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 bang.
Boom, boom, boom. Just, He's like, stop shouting, bang.
Devin talks to Elena about careers because it's career day, and he wanted to be a doctor. But he keeps having to leave town before he can become a pre-med because everyone notices that he's not aging. And I'm just thinking, like, nowadays with, like, in-care routines and, like, I feel like people just sort of, like, age slower than they used to due to medical science.
Yeah, we have gotten way better about aging.
Like, fucking Keanu Reeves is just, like, 60 almost, and he still looks like he's 35. I feel like he could pull it off.
You could pull this off, Stefan. I don't know, man.
I feel like Stefan could, like, he could be feasibly anywhere between, like, 20 and 40, like, by just, like, glancing at him. And I feel like...
He doesn't look 17,
He doesn't look 17, of course. But, like, I feel like he could probably chill for at least 30 years in one place without moving. and just say that he takes good care of himself.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You don't age that fucking fast. Shit.
Fucking Orange Cassidy's in his
Orange Cassidy's
early
40,
40s.
and he looks like he's 28.
You could pass Stefan.
Tom Cruise is like 60, and he's jumping off of buildings and shit, and he's kissing 30-year-old women in his movies. We're kind of weird, but he still looks pretty young if you look at him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he could pull it off.
You can pull this shit off, man. I don't know. This is not that hard of a challenge.
Jenna comes up and she's like, "Logan's here," and Elena's like, "Logan's here," and then Stefan's like, "Oh shit."
And there's a slight discomfort as I think about the idea of Logan
probably still got that gun
because he still has the gun.
Bring a gun into class. Oh god. Don't ask questions.
Don't think about it. Thankfully, I don't think he actually brings the gun out at any point when he shows up.
No, he just tries to talk to Stefan about all right, I asked your brother, didn't work. How can you be in the sun? And we were asking isn't it fucking daylight outside?
Yeah, we were so confused about the timescale because later we see it's night, but we were like, how did Logan walk all the way here?
How did he walk from the warehouse to the school when the sun's out?
Did he burn it all the way there?
Did he run at full speed and he just burned for a very short period of time? Okay, we're good.
Stefan, how do you hear your brother hang out in the sun?
Stefan, how do you? Just keeps lighting on fire randomly.
Like me whenever I get out of the fucking carriage in Skyrim.
Stefan's just like, you can't walk in the sun, go fuck yourself. And Logan just pouts as Stefan leaves.
And then we cut to outside and it's night, and it's just like, how long has it been night? When did it become night? When?
Elena talks to Jenna. I was like, don't ever approach Logan ever again. And then Alaric Saltzman also shows up and he's like, hey.
I just love that you're still calling him by his full name.
Damon has so many bullet holes in him.
Oh yeah, Damon shows up and he is just fucking riddled.
Yeah, then they walk out and it's fucking night. Why is it night?
What is the time scale of this episode? How long is it feels so quick, and yet hours are just passing by.
How long is career day?
How long is career festival or whatever it's called?
Why is it so fucking warm? Oh,
why is it so career fair? But
how long is this career fair? Caroline's still inside. She wants to become a journalism.
She wants to be a real journalism.
Her mom's like, fuck you.
And Jeremy and Tyler start up another argument. They go fuck you at each other.
That's a little bit later.
Okay, that's a little bit later.
Because Logan confronts Caroline's mom and calls her a bitch. And she's just like, oh my god, you're a vampire. And he's like, yeah, because you fucking left me, you dumped me in the back of yard of some guy's fucking car lot. And you're not helping me anymore. I was one of you. I was one of the founders. And she's like, yeah, but now you're a vampire. Then she calls for backup, which never comes.
Founders suck, man.
He threatens to kill Caroline's mom. She calls V5, Vampire 5, into her.
Does he threaten Caroline or something? Or no, he does threaten Caroline's mom. You're right.
Jeremy talks to Tyler again, and Tyler's like, why are you bonding with me?
Why are you trying to be friends with me? Fuck you. Jeremy's
I like your art.
You.
Fuck you. And then he calls Vicky a whore, and he punches her. Or he punches him. Vicky's not here.
Vicky's not here. Vicky's dead.
Vicky's dead. Tyler calls Vicky a whore. Jeremy punches Tyler.
And it's just like they start going to fight. And then Tyler's dad is
Alaric
like, all right, come on,
and Tyler's dad both try to break the fight up, but the mayor's closer. and he drags off Tyler and Jeremy outside, and Alaric Saltzman is just like, where are you going with these two? And it's just like, we're settling, we're fixing things right now.
Yeah, he kind of brings them both outside.
Logan then pulls up outside, and he picks up Caroline in his suspicious SUV.
Suspicious black SUV with like slightly dark tinted windows.
So she gets in, and then he slams her.
Come on in, teenager.
Come on in, you teenage girl. Me, a 30-something-year-old man, also a vampire, will drive you back to your house.
A 30-something-year-old news reporter who went missing suspiciously for like a week.
Something Matt Lauer.
something Matt Lauer.
And she gets into his van, and then he slams her head into the suspiciously durable like car window and leaves a blood stain.
It didn't even crack.
It didn't crack.
Like even for like fictional car windows, usually they'll get a crack if you smack up against them with like your knuckle. That didn't even crack. Jesus Christ, Logan, where'd you get your car from?
I'm sorry, there's a lot of weird shit that happens. Logan calls Caroline's mom over the phone.
Like, I have your daughter now.
Matt tells Stefan that Caroline went with Logan, and he's like, oh shit.
Oh no.
And then we go to the mayor, who is standing outside with Jeremy and his son, and are just like, all right, let's have a fist fight.
All right, boys, touch gloves. No hitting with the elbow. No eye gouging.
No 12.
No go below the belt.
No 12 to 6 elbows. No gouging. No to the groin.
No to the groin.
And Jeremy's like, what the fuck?
Pride rules here, boys. Now go at it.
And he's like, no, you two have to fight. You guys are fighting. You're fighting.
Fight now.
Fight now.
I watch.
One of them tries to leave. He grabs him. He's like, no, you gotta fight.
Tyler tries to leave, and he's like, no, you fight him.
You and him have a fight. And Alaric Saltzman comes out. Alaric Saltzman comes out, and he's just like, what the fuck is going on? And the mayor's like, it's none of your business. I'm trying to make these two teenage boys fight.
Well, I watch.
It's not weird.
It's not weird.
This isn't weird.
I could have your job.
I'm the mayor.
I'm the mayor. Founders suck, man.
This town sucks.
This town sucks, and the people who run it suck.
Alaric Saltzman cuts him down by calling him a alpha male bitch.
Alpha male douchebag. Says, yeah, you could fire me, and then I'd be kicking your ass.
We're gonna also have a fist fight, and they can watch.
They can watch
without their shirts.
We'll touch gloves.
I imagine the fucking mayor fights like an old-timey boxer. He's got like the twirling little fists and his chin's up. Come at me.
Come on.
And then he goes down with one fucking punch.
Like, eventually, like, Tyler leaves and fucking Mayor Lockwood steps down.
Yeah, he's just like you're on my list on site.
He's giving like the points at his eyes, points at Saltzman's eyes. He doesn't do that. That's basically the energy.
I'm not owned. I'm not owned.
Not owned.
Turns to a corn cob.
He's corn cobbing.
Yes, he's corn cobbing real hard. Logan calls Caroline's mom, and at a stoplight, Stefan just runs up and just yanks Caroline out of the car.
And then Damon walks right up.
Logan gets out of the car to chase Stefan, and then Damon just starts fucking popping off on Logan.
He's got the gun.
He found a gun.
He either found a gun or he got Logan's gun.
I don't know how.
Some point.
And then it's
just plugs him.
Starts fucking plugging him, and Stefan runs off with Caroline, and David's just like, oh hey, I found a tire iron.
I'll knock your fucking head off with it.
And he's just like, why would you do that? That doesn't make sense. And he's just like, because I hate you.
You shot me like 7 times.
You shot me like 7 times, so I'm going to kill you now.
Unless you tell me who turned you.
And he's like, all right. Someone did turn me. Also, I know how to open that weird tomb with your girlfriend in it. I don't know who told me that, but yeah.
The people who turned me also want to get in the tomb. You meet him at there. Like, gives him the location.
The police start approaching, and David's just like, all right, punch me, and then run off. And then he does. And
Yeah, it gives him.
Caroline's mom
like,
runs up to
shove.
Damon, and he's like, oh my god, are you okay? And he's like, he escaped, I'm sorry. You know, at least Caroline's safe too, cool.
Yeah.
Then we just come to the next day.
I forgot. They fucking say that like they're on Elm Street or something.
Yeah, they're on Elm Street. It's a reference.
Ah, man, fucking feeling real clever there.
Okay,
Hey,
it's
Kevin
not the
Williamson.
next day, but for some reason the scene with Stefan's like really bright. Stefan's like, everyone's fine, but I am still leaving you because this is exactly the shit I was talking about last episode. I mean, last week.
Last week.
Where like
Last
you're
episode.
not safe. Being with me is inherently dangerous. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Then we cut Jeremy talking to Tyler and being like, "Hey, your dad's fucking weird."
Like, I didn't know.
I didn't know
Like,
your
why
dad
didn't
was
tell
such
me you
a.
had problems.
I didn't know you had such a cunty dad. And Tyler's like, "Shut up."
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you. And it's like, why are you saying fuck you to me? I'm trying to empathize with you. And then Tyler punches Jeremy in his face.
He walks
then
off
like,
and
he's like, why are you like this? And he's like, I don't know. And then the camera pans up at the full moon, and we're like oh my god.
man, just fucking give it away, huh?
Yeah, fuck it. Who needs subtlety? It's for cowards.
The moon.
Okay, the moon. Lunacy. Get it? Lunacy. Woo.
Lunacy, yeah. Oh yeah, and during this point, like, Elena and Stefan start making out, and then we jump to them in the house. They cut into
drive,
like.
well,
the
Elena
Salvatore house.
offers to drive Stefan home, and then when they get to Stefan's house, they talk about how like she wanted to be a writer, and that her life is shit even without the vampire stuff in it. So him being here isn't going to affect her much. And Stefan's like, that's a different kind of bad life. Like, you're actively in danger. And then she's like, I want you here. I love you. And then they just start out. Then they start kissing. And then it gets really weird because they kiss. And then they kiss, but they're inside. And it makes me wonder, did they like kiss? Stop kissing.
Were you making out all the way to the house?
Were you making out as you entered the house, or were you like kissing and they're like, all right, let's go inside, and then they kissed some more, and it's implied they had sex because they take Stefan's shirt off.
They do shirtless making out. They at least get to second base.
Stefan is still really dehydrated.
Dude like, needs to drink, man.
Like, especially if you look at his arms are weirdly like saggy a little bit.
Yeah.
And like your skin kind of sagging a little bit is like when you're not retaining water.
Yeah.
Because he looks like real sucked up in like a lot of the scenes.
Yeah, you can see a lot of bone, and it's a bit concerning.
They hug and then kiss and hug, and then they're touching and then they're kissing, and it's like 3 minutes of kissing.
It is a lot of making out over, I specifically can't remember, like a Cut by Plum playing.
Yeah.
And just so much making out.
Logan walks out of his car in the parking lot and hears a bang sound, and it is Alaric Saltzman.
Yes.
And he's just like, hey, what's up?
Where did you vanish?
And he's like, I did. And now I'm back. And then he kind of like mildly threatens Alaric, and he's just like, Jenna's a good person. I want to see her happy. Also, I
gotta deal with you.
I gotta deal with you. And he's like, what do you mean? And then he fucking Assassin Creeds him.
He just like Logan goes on the attack, and he just gets immediately staked.
Hits him with the hidden blade.
Logan fell off again. Plus L, plus ratio, plus get staked.
Plus stabbed.
Plus get staked.
Logan got stabbered, according to my notes.
Yes, this is also around where I finally realized, wait, Logan has a warehouse?
Yeah, they were just like, no, I think it was because Caroline calls Damon, or Caroline's mom calls Damon and tells Damon that they found Logan's body at the Fell warehouse, which implies that she knows it's Logan's warehouse.
Yeah.
Which is
that was owned by his family.
Weird. It's kind of, did anyone invite him into the warehouse? What qualifies between a home and a building? Is it because there's a toilet? Like,
I don't know.
I want to know coding, like house coding for vampires. At what point can you not get invited in? Or at what point do you have to be invited in? Is it when
What's
there's
the rules for invitations?
Is there a bathroom? Is that it? Did someone invite him into the school? Man. Does he have to be invited in at the school? How did Logan get in if he wasn't invited at the school?
Great question. I guess everyone's welcome in a school. I don't know.
If it's an open house, doesn't that mean everyone's welcome and they don't have to be invited?
I'm very confused on this, man.
I'm not trying to pick at nits here. I'm trying to understand the parameters that we are working under.
Like, what's the rules here?
What are the rules?
That is important.
So they're cut. So Caroline's fine. She's at her house. Stefan and Elena are cuddling in bed, and they're talking about how his room is his special place, and this is where he keeps all the memories of his vampire life.
And also, it's like consistent, never changing.
They both say they're thirsty, and then she's like, "Haha, blood."
He can drink water. We've seen him drink coffee.
Yeah, we've seen him drink whiskey.
Yeah. It's possible for him to drink.
Oh yeah, I forgot he briefly, his face changes for a second and Elena touches his face and it goes away.
Yeah. Curbed his bloodlust.
So they both need to hydrate and Stefan leaves to take a vampire shit or whatever. Vampire piss. And she immediately starts digging around his shit. And she starts smelling his candles.
And weirdo.
He just has a Catherine picture on a desk. And she's like, "What the fuck?
He look like me.
He look like me." Damon gets a call from Caroline's mom, like I said. I'm just like, "Hey, vampire's dead. Cool." And then Damon's like, "Who the fuck killed her?"
Oh yeah, because he's heading to the location because he's supposed to meet with Logan.
Yeah. Because they were gonna meet, but they didn't because he died.
Logan got dead. He got Saltzman, and now it's just like, oh fuck.
Elena is driving while crying, which is probably not a great idea.
Not a great idea.
Because there is a dude in a hoodie on the road, and she swerves and just has this massive one-car accident where she flips over and skids
like 3 times.
She
or something.
flips 3 fucking times and then slides several hundred feet on the ground. And then she's upside down. And the guy she hit is getting back up because they're a vampire or some shit.
And their bones are popping back into place and shit.
We were just expecting kind of a lame ending of Elena drives home because she's scared. And then
or she's upset, and then just
this massive car crash, and then a jump scare ending because the person's going after Elena while she's reeling from the car crash that she did,
and freaking out of the fact that a vampire is just fucking reconstructing himself in front of her.
This episode was fucking weird.
This is weird.
It feels very B-movie-esque.
Yes. I think it helps that but the one that's really helping this episode is Chris Johnson as Logan Fell, who just seems to be going into he's dipping into the Ian Somerhalder well of he's Damoning it up.
He's overacting to shit, and he's trying to do the kind of unhinged voice. "Oh, no one will let me back in my house. Look at these bodies. Hey,
I like killing.
I like killing. I'm a killer. Yeah.
Kill. That's what I do."
I don't think it's a good episode.
I kind of enjoyed because I feel like he's carrying it more than anything.
Well, I mean, good as in objectively good, not good as in not enjoyable.
Like, well, I guess the question is it?
It's a mess.
I feel like not a lot happens. It feels like a Monster of the Week episode.
Well, Logan came back and then died.
Yeah.
And we learned a lot. Well, okay, so we learned what are the things we learned? Let's like list.
We finally confirmed that Alaric Saltzman is in fact a vampire hunter.
Okay, so that is objective.
That's
we also learned
fact.
that Logan died and came back and died.
And died again. He came back to die.
Damon didn't learn anything.
Well, Damon now knows that there are other vampires
In
because
town.
there's somebody who turned Logan, and they also want to get in the tomb.
And Elena learned that Catherine looks like her, and it's kind of weird.
That's fucked up. And then she hit a guy and crashed her car a lot.
Jeremy learned that Tyler's got a weird dad.
Tyler has issues.
Yes.
And can draw.
You were shouting Jeff the Killer when the fucking guy showed up in the road.
Yeah, I said, Jeff the Killer.
Our songs here, there's only 5.
Only 5?
You got Chances by 5 for Fighting.
My God.
Host of Carolina by Telekinesis. They're back.
That's like the third fucking Telekinesis song or something.
Someone really likes Telekinesis in like the fucking Vampire Diaries editing crew.
Like they really wanted to push Telekinesis.
We got Cut by Plum, also known as the Hey, We're Kissing music.
Yeah. Off Track by The Features.
Yes. And This Is Beautiful by Tyrone Wells, who plays over the scene of Tyler leaving, and then the song starts and he's like, you need to leave.
It's, hey, get your things, we're leaving.
It's just like, come on, man.
Guys.
I'm sorry this episode's slightly shorter than the other episodes. I'm really hot.
He's trying not to die.
Yeah.
And, also it wasn't an episode with a lot happening.
Also, this episode was really short because the other ones were like 42 to 46 minutes, and this was 40.
This was straight. Yeah, this was like 40 and a second.
40, 40 and like 1 second.
Is the exact estimate. Who knows? Maybe when we get to our episode 11, where we hit the midway point of season 1 with the Vampire Diaries Masquerade Bloodlines.
The Vampire Diaries, the Masquerade, the Bloodlines. We'll go meet an old guy and he'll be like, hey, I'm voiced by Benda. You want to do the tutorial?
Yeah. You can find us on wherever the hell you find, your playlist.
If there's a place for podcasts, we're on it.
Podcast, yeah. We're on it.
YouTube has a podcast feature, and guess what? We're on there too, except I'm a little bit behind on uploading episodes. I'll make more.
We're also going to be uploading them like a week after they run on like Spotify and other podcast places.
No, we're uploading them like the day of on Spotify. We're uploading a week behind on YouTube.
Yeah, a week behind on YouTube. That's what I meant to say.
Doesn't contribute to our metrics.
So that's like the post.
So we're punishing you.
Launch.
No, we're not punishing you.
We're not punishing you. You don't care if YouTube has podcasts.
Who the fuck goes to YouTube for a podcast? What the fuck?
Right. If you wanna follow us on any sort of social media, we're not on Twitter, but we are on Tumblr. Tumblr user MegaFighter343 and Tumblr user Ashe Nightshade.
I was taking pictures of my cat in the sink.
He mostly takes pictures of his cat, and sometimes I'll occasionally shitpost about things that you would not think I would shitpost about.
Yeah, he does that.
Like the idea of a Styx musical.
Yeah, he does that again.
I do that sometimes.
Oh, I am delirious. All right.
Or putting cayenne pepper in your Chef Boyardee. Yeah, let's wrap this up before Ashe passes out.
Is there anything you'd like to tell people here about stuff?
Well, I guess I originally would try to sign this off with "Be hot, don't be idiots," but I guess "Don't be hot or an idiot" because neither is a great option.
Oh my god, so fucking hot. I'm taking this shit off.
Yeah.
I can't see out the sides of my eye.
The chin kills.
Was it funny because Elena's alone?
Why is Damon getting shot 7 times with 1 bullet's funny? What does that do for the greater good?
The greater good. I just thought it was interesting. All right, episode 11. See you soon, fuckers. Let's go.
I have no soul. Have a nice day.
I don't have one either.